Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Ready to Love Season 8, Episode 8. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. When the episode first opens up, everyone is on their way to the retreat. We have Aries, Kat, and Lee. They're in one car. Q, Chris, Marie, and Phil, they're in another car. In the other car is Sierra, Jessica, and Janelle, and they're riding together. And I was just like, this is the first year without potential couples in a car together. You know why? Because none of these people like each other. Okay? Nobody. It would be Aries and Phil in one car and everybody else in a caravan. Honey, none of y'all like each other. So the men get there first. Then the ladies get there. And Phil was really happy to see Aries, and then Janelle and her crew, they show up later. So Chris was just saying that him and Jessica realized that they were not a fit for each other before they got to the retreat. So, you know, they're just like putting a halt on it. You don't say. Like, y'all should have known that y'all were not a match, especially after you kept describing her the way you kept describing her. So then Tommy shows up to the party. Hey, sir. So everybody gathers. He welcomes them and tells them that it's where they're going to get to appreciate each other. And, you know, the beds ain't that far away. Thomas, the last thing any of these people need to do is to get it popping. They do not need to be worried about sex at all. So then he lets them know that one lady will be going home the next day. So, you know, all the women are like, oh my gosh, because it's 4 men and 6 women. Now, the math ain't mathing. Okay? So for me, 2 women should be going home, but only one of them will be leaving. But what I think is going to happen is one woman will be eliminated, and then Sierra gonna go ahead and head to the house, honey, because she don't feel like being bothered. Moving forward. So after he leaves, they start partying. Drinks are flowing. They're mixing. They're mingling. So Janelle and Jessica, they're in the room talking. So Jessica is telling her, yeah, girl, it's not gonna work with me and Chris. Okay, it's a hell no. But I'm down to, you know, hang out with Marie. And she says she doesn't really do PDA, but he's going to work on her with that. I personally do not see Jessica and Marie as a match. I just don't. I don't know why they're trying to make it fit. I don't know why they're trying to make fetch happen, but this whole season is trying to make fetch happen. I do not see Marie with not nobody. Okay? Not nobody. So Sierra and Lee, they're over there making drinks, right? They're making these drinks, mixing up all this stuff, making this concoction. Talking about, ooh, it tastes like Robitussin. Let me tell you something. I don't want no tussin unless I'm sick. And even then, yeah. It's just nasty. I remember every time I would get sick as a child and my mom would make me go to my grandmother's house. And of course, you know, we got to watch the Price is Right. And we got to watch her stories, The Young and the Restless, The Bold and the Beautiful, The World is Turning, or whatever the hell that stuff was called. And this woman would always try to give me tussin. I don't even like to pass a bottle of Robitussin to this day because of that. I just can't. Ooh, child. And y'all making drinks that taste like it? Oh, no, ma'am. So Q is outside while they in there mixing up medicine. He's outside on the grill and he took his shirt off. So he over there giving naked chef. And so Katarina comes outside and the two of them are kind of talking. Now, for me, he was looking like he didn't want to be bothered, truth be told. Did y'all see how his whole facial expression changed when she walked up to him? Now, I don't know if it was because of fear of Janelle busting through that door like she did, or if it was just simply the fact that he don't like Katarina. Now, I'm kind of leaning toward the fact that he doesn't really like Katarina, because when they went on that double date where it was Herbert, Janelle, Quentin, and Katarina, even when they were talking then, he was just like, how often do you come here? It's like he just doesn't mesh with her. So, baby, here comes Janelle. Because how dare he be talking to anybody but her and her half wig. So she comes out. And Katarina is like, well, girl, come on. I don't mind sharing. Here goes Janelle talking about, you're not sharing with me, honey. He's mine. He's mine. You may have had him once, but I got him all the time. You can't sleep at night. Baby, Janelle is giving Moken stuff. Do you hear me? Ooh, child, this is too much, honey. This right here is a fool. So Katarina looked at Q and she was like, are you spoken for? He said, absolutely. It would have been at that moment that I would have walked the hell away. If Denise and Calfani want to play in my face, I'm going to walk the hell away. I'm not about to play. And if y'all don't know who Denise and Calfani is, go back and watch the quarantine season. Okay, that season was good to me. That is the Houston season where they were all wrapped up together. Rashid, Simone, Calfani, Denise. I mean, it was just a good season. Jay, Winter, she was wilding up and down the hallways. Honey, y'all just gonna have to go back and look. But if these two want to play, then let them play by themselves. Katarina, don't be standing around. Honey, the man and I already told you he's spoken for. Janelle, you are Aggie AF. You are so aggravating. Girl, if y'all are locked in, then you don't have to do all that. It's always giving confrontational with you. I don't understand it. Like, I really don't get it. And Katarina, you need to pack it the hell up, sweetie, because you are just roaming around at this point. It's giving lost puppy, honey. You just roaming around. So after Janelle acted up, her and Quentin go over to the side. He telling her this story about how he was afraid to learn to swim. Boy, we don't give a damn. So he tells her that he sees them after this process and he really is happy that they're getting some alone time. So in the confessional, Janelle was like, yeah, I just feel like I feel the same. Don't get me wrong. But I just haven't had the time to process it all because it's happening so fast. Well, you had the time to get silly with Katarina, but you ain't had the time to process. Girl, obviously you processed something. The way you bust through that door acting up. I don't want to hear it. I just really don't want to hear it. Moving forward. So then they pan over to the other side and Lee and Chris 1.0, they are now a connection. Where was this? We are 8 episodes in. Where was this connection? It must be over on that on YouTube. Listen to me, on people, Will Packard and them. I'm speaking directly to you, honey. We want to see it on the show. I'm not going to search for y'all once these cameras go down on Friday nights. I'm not going to look for nothing Ready to Love related. Put it all on the show, okay? Like, why are you putting it over there on that YouTube? That's just crazy. So they over there and they're talking and she's telling him, about her dream date. It's where the man plans a surprise getaway and tells her that he's going to buy the clothes when they get there. Let me tell you something. You and me both, girl. I would love that. She said they talk every day. And I was like, what? Who would have thunk it? Actually, they said that Lee had a connection with both Chris's. See, that's what I'm saying. Leave it off that on YouTube. I'm not going to search for that on YouTube, child. Over on the other side, Jessica, Aries, and Sierra, they're all sitting at this table, right? Janelle's there too. Hey, girl. So they all sitting there. Marie comes over and Sierra's like, come sit over here. Come sit next to me. So in the confessional, Jessica was like, yeah, we're both liking the same man. I don't share my Neiman's discount, so I'm not sharing my man. Oh, sis, but you are. Okay? You definitely sharing your man in this process, as y'all like to call it, until y'all meet on that bridge. Until you meet on that bridge and they start with the slow motion and the theme song of it all, which my son will sing to y'all for the finale. Child, until they sing y'all out on that bridge, y'all will share a man, honey. A man will be shared. But I'm with you on that, honey. I always say I don't share food, money, or men. Don't ask me because I ain't sharing. So Sierra is over there telling Marie that she feels like her connections are not giving her the attention that she deserves. She's like, y'all need to understand it's a queen in your presence. She's used to men putting on that pressure. So they go over to the side and she's telling him that, she's used to things a certain way. Sierra, let me just give you a word of advice. This show is geared in favor of men. So they want you to chase them. In addition to that, if you have to tell them to chase you, move around, honey. If the chase ain't mutual, change directions. Why are you still vying for these men's attention or this man's attention? Because I ain't seen you talk to nobody else. Maria was like, I just need you to pursue me back. I'm yearning for love, but I got to really know that you're going to pursue me back. He was like, yeah, I don't think that, Sierra is as ready for love as I am. Sir, please hush. Listen, I'm shocked that A, Maria and these Jordans made it this far, and B, the ladies are all vying for his attention. Like, it's slim pickings out here. It really is. Sierra, you, Jessica, and Katarina can pack it the hell up and have Lee drive y'all back to the house because I'm not seeing a connection with her and Chris 1.0 either. Moving forward. So they're all fixing their plates and they getting ready to eat because, Q done threw down on the grill, honey. He got grilled asparagus, honey, steaks and shrimps and chicken. So they getting ready to eat. So Jessica's like, I'm going to go ahead and make Marie's plate. Now he just sitting there, not doing a thing. And she makes his plate. Now, how do we graduate to you making his plate? And baby, don't let Chris see it. He may say you made the plate aggressively. I'm trying. So at the other table, she sees that Jessica has brought Marie his plate. And Sierra is still in her feelings. She's like, yeah, I'm not feeling this. I ain't even unpacked my Louis bag because I already know what time it is. I ain't even unpacked. Sierra, it's the animated, nervous, over-the-top, playful energy that's throwing the men off. Tone it down just a little bit. Girl, you should have been on Flavor of Love. Your name would have been Jokes. Boy, Flavor Flav, honey, you should have been over there. They would have named you Jokes. You play too much. Okay, you play too much. I tell y'all this every single review when it comes to Sierra. Sierra, I tell y'all every single review. I can jokey joke, but baby, when it's time to put that energy on and reel a man in, oh, I can do it, honey. I definitely can do it. I know when to turn it on and when to turn it off. Sierra, turn it down a notch. Okay? Okay? It's clicking and it needs to click down. A shout out to New York. So they start playing this game. And the first question is, have you ever slept with someone of the same sex? Sierra was like, yep. And it was good to me. Do you hear me? But I cannot take them home to my mama. And I can't make no babies with them. And I can't get child support. So there's that. Then they move on to the next question. And they ask if Marie has ever met the love of his life or ever been in love. And he was like, I've never experienced love, but I've also never allowed myself to experience that. But I'm ready for something I ain't never had. So all the women are like, ooh, you better talk that talk. You better speak your speech. No, sir. What I'm wondering is, what about that child's mother? What does she think about this? You just out here making babies and not even loving the woman? I say, what now? Ugh. So then they bring up gender roles. And Janelle was like, I don't think that I have an issue with gender roles. So Chris said he doesn't believe in the equality that's going on today. When men are in leadership, that's because a woman is more emotional than a man. Okay, he on that hotep bullshit. Okay, that's what he on. Sir, you do realize that women are natural born leaders, oftentimes making more logical and rational decisions than a man. You do realize that, right? And you may say, if you're listening to this review, wow, what an emotional response. No, it's actually quite thought out. I thought about the fact that Chris has sat here with that Beijing spray and said out of his mouth that he thinks that a woman should not be in leadership because she is too emotional. Trust and believe that Michelle was making decisions behind Barack. You better believe it, okay? Every man in power, as they say, behind every good man is a great woman. I don't know where you got that from, Chris, and I'm not even going to continue to get on my soapbox and go through it with you. But, baby, you might need to rethink some things. So Jessica was like, none of that matters. I don't really subscribe to the masculine thing. So he gets in his confessional. He was like, Jessica just wants to argue. She going to run her house how she wants to run her house. And I'm going to run mine how I want to run mine. And if she doesn't change, she's going to end up an old cat lady. What an emotional response, Christopher. Very emotional. With the ignorance and misogynistic BS some of y'all spew out, honey, I'll take the cats over a relationship any day. You are being disrespectful to her because she doesn't agree with you. That's not how this works. You are in an open forum. All of y'all are discussing and speaking together. So why can't she speak her speech and you can speak yours? So then Janelle pipes up. And she was like, women have to, in the Bible, it says that we're a helpmate, but God wouldn't send someone that can't carry the same weight as we do. So then Katarina was like, well, I'm not carrying the weight of no man. I prefer to be in my femininity. So Janelle was like, well, it sucks that because a woman is doing her thing, it's considered masculine. So then Katarina said, well, that's not what I'm saying. She's like, I didn't say that's what you were saying, sweetie. I'm not saying that's what. I'm like, girl, what is wrong with you? She's like, Janelle, just hold on, calm down. Janelle was like, well, the attitude is going to be what the attitude is. Janelle is ridiculous in every sense of the word. Like every sense of the word. Katarina is like, I'm just over it. She gets up, she walks away. She's like, her attitude is just too much. Janelle steady talking. She said, no, you're just a rude bitch. And so Janelle was like, yeah, but I'm the that's here. Ma'am, what is your issue? What is it today? What's eating you, Gilbert Grape? Huh? What the hell wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You are the only one hype over a question addressed to the group. What is wrong with you? All of y'all are there until you're not. So what are you talking about? I'm the bee that's here. What does that mean? All of y'all there until y'all ain't that no more. And what else is going on? They don't have to share your ideologies. They don't have to share the same thoughts as you. They don't have to agree with what you're talking about. What are you saying? I don't see how Quentin can sit here, and I don't see how he can do it. Because Quentin, let me say something to you. You're infatuated with Janelle for whatever reason. I don't see it. Soon all the silliness and the rudeness and the cussing your ass out will be directed to you. I'm just telling you like it is. Okay, I know it, Janelle. You will soon catch her wrath. And then are you going to think it's cute? Oh, okay, I ain't think so. Moving forward. I knew mean girls like Janelle in school, and they were always arguing. I couldn't stand them. And baby, you best believe they couldn't stand me either, because baby, I was not standing for it. I cannot stand an argumentative mean girl that just doesn't like you simply because you walked in the room. That's exactly what it's given. It's really rooted in insecurities. That's all it is. You're insecure about something, and there's no reason to get all snippy for no reason. We're all just talking. So now Janelle is on the couch playing victim. She was like, the women are all coming for me, and I just don't understand why. Girl, what? All she did was offer her perspective in a group setting. What are you talking about? So Maurier gets up. He goes in to check on Katarina. She's visibly shaking. She was like, the way that she delivers things sucks. You can say whatever it is you want to say, but it's your delivery. I agree with that. She really needs to seek help. Her whole aura is off. You know how you can just feel someone's energy? Honey, I can feel it through the screen. That's not good. Your energy should not jump out at me through the screen. It just should not. So she was like, yeah, they bothered. She bothered because she needs somebody to pay her bills. How is her wanting to live the soft life translating to someone wanting to pay her bills? She don't want to change no tire. Okay? She don't want to build no house with her bare hands. That's her prerogative. That doesn't mean she wants a man to sit and pay her bills. Where did you get that from? Because from what I remember, she came on the show in a boss position. So I don't understand it. So Janelle's still talking reckless, and Quentin is telling her, don't worry about it. Quentin, you're giving red flag as well, because you should have been truthful with her and said to her, okay, Janelle, listen, I like you, but if you're going to be with me, we got to have some decorum. There was a way to handle that. Like, there was a way for you to deliver your thoughts and how you felt to her. There was no reason for you to do that. But yet he gets in a confessional. He was like, I expect the woman that I'm with to have a level of maturity. Well, you should have said that to her. Okay. And you better call it quits now before it get too late. Moving forward. So they get up and they walk away. She's like, am I expected to bag down to these ugly bitches? Ma'am, nobody there is ugly. But what's ugly is your soul, okay? That attitude of yours is ugly. It's giving stank-a-dank. And like my grandmother always said, honey, you can be pretty on the outside and ugly on the inside. Make sure ugly on the outside. Moving forward. Over on the other side, Sierra and Maurier, they're over there talking, and she brings up the love question. He was like, I don't know anything about love, but I want to experience that. I feel like Maurier is full of it, but maybe that's just me. I really feel like he is just full of it. Sierra's asking him if he can give her what she wants. And he was like, yeah. So now he got her thinking that he's doing the best that he can, and she needs to shower him with love. Girl, you bought that? Oh, honey, please don't. Please. He's talking about, I wonder if the moment and the realization that Sierra had is a little bit too late. Boy, be quiet. You ain't never had this many women wanting your attention all at once. You so happy you on this show, child. In the next scene, Jess is getting ready for bed. So Jessica in there stretching, honey. She done took her makeup off. She giving fresh face, college freshman. And so Maurier goes in to give her some soap. But she's ready to go to bed. So he's like, I really want to get to know her in a more intimate setting. She's like, I'm tired. So she said, what time do you get your day started? This man said 11:30, 12. What are you doing that your day gets started when it's halfway over? 12? You have a young child. How do you sleep so late? Like 12 o'clock. So what do you do all night? Play video games? And then you got to be that dasher. Okay. Now, Janelle did say on that live when she became unhinged that somebody was dashing. They was door dashing. You got to be the dasher, honey. That's the only way you can get up at 11:30, 12 is if you dashing. Oh, my goodness. Shout out to all the dashers. Honey, there's nothing wrong with dashing. But, honey, I'll be damned If my man don't want me to go to sleep and I've been working 9 to 5, honey, I've been working all day and all night. He get up at 12 o'clock talking about some, you finna get ready to go to sleep? I didn't dash today. Okay? I didn't dash. So I'm going to bed. Boy, goodbye and good night. I could tell Jessica didn't want to be bothered with him. You could just see it. It was written all over her face. Morier talking about, well, this is Jessica's race to lose. The audacity is at an all-time high. It really is. Go to bed, Morier, honey. Just go and go to bed. So while they over there doing that, Phil is in Aries' room, rubbing her feet yet again. Child, he just following her around from all around the house, honey, rubbing her feet. Her feet ready to love if nothing else is. Them feet ready to love. Let me find out Aries only entertaining Phil so she can get her feet rubbed down. Because what else is happening? Like, what else are y'all doing? Phil and Aries, they seem to really like each other, and it's cute and whatnot, but I don't really see them talk about much. It's more physical touch than actual words being spoken. Like, y'all ain't really saying nothing. He just rubbing your feet and grinning. So it's the next morning. Sierra's still playing. Morier pretending to jump rope so the people don't ask about his fitness. And Chris pulls Katerina to the side. So they go over there and they start talking. They start talking about the time in the house. And, you know, she wants to have fun. And he brings up his family and how they have fun, you know, with all the kids in the family. He said they play something like Hunger Games. So then he starts to tell her that in his culture, they don't do life insurance. When his mom passed, they all joined together and they paid for the funeral, flew them out to Africa. Whereas here, we're very singular and do everything separately. So Katerina is like, yeah, well, you know, I'm African too. So I totally understand that. She feels like they have a lot in common. And I'm just like, where did this come from? So she's telling him, you know, that they have so many things in common. She can totally relate. She gets in the confessional. She's like, yeah, Chris is checking off a lot of boxes. Kat, you are giving Dakia. Y'all remember in the 11th hour, Dakia was roaming around talking to P.O. and anybody who would listen? And as much as I like Dakia and Katerina, I like you, girl. You're just gravitating to whoever at the last minute. We have to solidify some matches here. Over on the other side, Lee decides to put together a step class for everybody to attend. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I want to get the Lee tone up, honey. I want that thing to sit up and I want everything to be tight and right. But I'm not trying to do no Billy Blanks workout at the retreat of it all, looking for the love. I'm not about to. I'm just not about to. Now, I would be a good sport and do it. But would I want to do it? It's a hell no. So here go Janelle complaining. I really don't want to step or do anything. I definitely don't want to step at this. I'm like, girl, okay, here you go, complaining again. Baby, Lee threw that shade tree right at Janelle. Do you hear me? She said, I don't know if Janelle and Quentin are compatible in the gym. Maybe it may not be a requirement. I don't know. People get together all the time. Baby, girl, stop. She threw the whole shade tree on the slick. I said, look at Lee. Baby, that was so slick when I tell y'all I hollered. Quentin said he really enjoyed the step class and he enjoyed seeing Lee in her element. Janelle was sitting over there like a bump on a log, looking all sourpuss in the face, while Quentin is enjoying Lee's assets and her class. I'm wondering, Janelle, what do you do besides moan and complain? Every episode is something you don't do. That's why you're single, girl. Your disposition is trash. At least be a good sport about it. Just huffing and puffing. But did y'all see how she looked at Q and Lee when they high-fived? I said, baby, not you mad a little bit. In the next scene, Tommy reemerges to get all in their business and send one lady home. So he takes the men off to the side. He jumps right in. He asks Chris who he's feeling. Chris brings up Lee being with him. Even though he likes Aries, he feels like Aries is better off with Phil. But he said he also doesn't want to rule out Katerina. Q said, he just gravitates to Janelle. It's grown to a, baby, what you need? What you need, baby? Really? You need to take them blinders off. That's what you need. Anywho, Morier said Sierra. And when he said Sierra, I was like, you were just in this lounge last week saying that you had to settle for Sierra because Janelle and Jessica were mad at you. Not the one you got to settle for. Baby, these men are full of it. Now it's who they aren't feeling. Phil said Katerina and Jessica. There's just nothing there. Chris said Jessica. And Tommy was like, wait a minute. That was your first connection, your top connection. He was like, yeah, I mean, she was my highest connection, but she came to my office and she was just very combative, and I can't be doing that with my woman. Okay, listen to me. I need the behind the scenes footage, because as I recall, she said she would reach out more and try more because you were telling her that she's not reaching out to you. That's what it gave me. Now, maybe this is a scene that he's talking about that we were not privy to seeing, but I don't remember combative. I really don't. For the most part, during this retreat, she's kind of faded to the background. Jessica has not really said much of anything. I'm not feeling Chris in this revisionist history. I'm not feeling that. He always uses loaded words to describe her. Yes, she does have RBF. I have not seen her really say too much. Is it just me? I have not seen Jessica say that much of anything. Then, of course, they named Sierra. Marie said Lee and Aries. Now everyone is back together. So Marie comes up to deliver the news. Honey, sounding like a pastor. I'm not going to keep you guys long. First, giving glory and honor to God. Boy, just come on, honey. We got to go. Just come on, honey. So he gets up there. He hemming and hawing. Sir, get to it. Okay? Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So he calls down Jessica and Sierra to the front. He tells Jessica, the men feel that she's a great friend and businesswoman, but she's combative. Well, baby, what'd he say that for? Jessica is like, combative? No, what we're not going to do is call me combative. I just want to know this. Jessica is combative, but Janelle isn't? Y'all get real. Y'all get real. She should have been in the bottom. Janelle has not been in the bottom one time. And why is that? Are y'all witnessing what we're all seeing? But Jessica is combative because of Chris? Okay, anyway. He told Sierra that the men thinks that she plays too much and she's the homie. Not even the homie lover friend, just the homie. Sierra probably going home. And it's to be continued as always. And that was the end of the episode. The episode was good, but I feel like, why y'all giving us cliffhanger? Give it to us. Tell us exactly who it is that's going home so we can move on. And then we see next week that Chris is going off on somebody. I'm like, who the hell he talking to? I think he's talking to Janelle. In that case, it's probably okay. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. If you didn't watch it, I filled you in. Meet me Thursday. Meet me there over on the other side at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time this Thursday coming up. And please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.